Hi everyone, it's Gene Calderon here with Gene Calderon Apologetics Ministries, coming to you today on Sunday with another theme day, which is Sunday Science. And on Sunday Science, what we like to do is, as we go through our theme days, look at the scientific evidence that either supports or denies some of the claims that we make about Christianity, God, or the Bible, to try to put it all together in a way that makes sense. And so today, what we're going to do is we're going to go back just a little bit, actually back to the beginning, and talk about how much scientific evidence we could actually find in the support of theism. Now, theism is the idea that there is one God that created all things and even created time itself. Now, there are three major religions that fall under theism, and that is Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Now, again, some people bring up the idea that, those three religions worship the same God, and that's not true. Now, we can say that they worship the same kind of God, the kind of God that they believe created all things, but they are not the same God when it comes to their characteristics or their attributes. So it's up to us to decide which one of these theistic gods is actually telling us the truth, or which of them is actually true and does in fact exist. But besides all that, that's a different argument for a different day. What we're going to look at is the scientific evidence that points towards a theistic God. And theism actually gives us a transcendent creator, which is a better explanation for the beginning of the universe and the beginning of all things, a better explanation than that of naturalism, or the idea that nothing created everything and brought it into existence. See, whatever caused the universe to come into being, whatever caused the universe to be created, time, space, and matter, must be beyond time, space, and matter, or in other words, must be timeless, spaceless, and immaterial, because all of those came into existence at creation, and therefore the creator has to be beyond that, because if he is already a part of that, he cannot create it. So theism is the idea that offers an explanation like this. Naturalism denies anything that goes beyond nature, anything that goes beyond time, space, and matter is what they deny, where we need something that is beyond time, space, and matter in order to create time, space, and matter. So again, this is why we point to theism, someone that is timeless, spaceless, and immaterial, or transcends all of those things. But not only that, just the idea of the precision of all of the physical laws and all of the constants that we have in our universe, dating back to the origin of all things, suggests that the cause must not only be powerful in all those ways, but must also be extremely intelligent in order to put all of these things just right, put them in the perfect place or the perfect parameters in order for all things to exist the way that they do. Theism, again, offers an intelligent creator, explaining that creation and its fine-tuning can be traced back to a theistic God. Now, there is another idea out there that could explain some of this, and that idea is something known as deism. Sounds very much like theism, theism, but this idea, deism, D-E-I-S-M, is different, and it offers the belief of a God that created the world and then just let it run on its own. So after the moment of creation, boom, then he steps back and is gone and is no longer active within his creation, okay? Now, again, that is possible for the initial event of creation itself, but it cannot explain the evidence that we find in the design or the creation of everything that happened after the initial moment of creation, okay? So some people call it Big Bang, some people call it singularity, we call it creation. After that moment where everything came into being, we still see some stuff going on after that. So whatever it is that caused that is still actively involved. And so deism, this idea that a God could step away and not step back into nature or back into its creation, we don't find evidence of that, especially when we see intelligent design in the history of life. We haven't talked about that yet. We've talked about the creation of matter, time, and space, but what about life itself? We see overwhelming evidence and a huge amount of information found within a single cell, and information only comes from an intelligent mind. And so there is strong evidence of intelligence at work long after the initial beginning of the universe. And so deism would not be able to explain that, the idea that God created and then hands off. No, it looks like theistic idea that God created his universe and now transcends it, but is still actively involved with his creation. So you see, when we start to put together what we know today, it gives us a great confidence boost from science that a theistic God must exist. And so science and faith, they are not at war with each other. They actually complement each other. See, when scientific evidence and biblical teaching are taught correctly or understood correctly and interpreted well, they actually support each other. And that's what we're looking to do with Sunday Science, is give little nuggets a little bit at a time to kind of think and ponder on, and to go back and read the scriptures, look at the scientific data, and see if God really does exist. If God is the creator of all things, then we should be able to find evidence of that creator, fingerprints of his design in all that he created. And again, that's what we're trying to show you. That's what we're trying to share with you as we go through many of these Sunday Sciences. So I hope this helps you. I hope this is a blessing to you. But if you have any questions, what do you think? Have you ever thought, or have you heard the difference between theism and deism? And do you understand how one seems more likely to be the reason why we exist as opposed to the other? Or maybe you have a different idea altogether. Feel free to share that or engage in some conversation here. But as far as next week, we'll go a little bit deeper into this idea and really try to show you how the Christian God, a theistic God, seems to be the best explanation. Thanks again so much for watching. Again, I'm Gene Calderon with Apologetics Ministries. I am the chapter director for Ratio Christi at Purdue University Northwest, serving there as a missionary. And if you know anyone or any organization that would like to support a local missionary here in Hammond, Indiana, with Purdue University Northwest, I am serving with the club known as Ratio Christi at Purdue University Northwest. Feel free to reach out, give us a call, or email us. The link will be in the notes below. I also serve locally at my home church, which is called Freedom Church in East Chicago. Bible studies, worship times, and just gathering on Sunday mornings, fellowship times, things like that. So if you have a local church, go there, serve there, get involved in your local church. If you're looking for a local church, love to have you visit, love to have you just kind of join us in a time for worship. But until then, continue thinking about what the Word says, what the world is showing us through scientific evidence, and look for the ways that they actually complement each other, because they are not at war with each other. God bless you. Thanks again for watching, and hope to see you soon. God bless.